welcome to Watch It, filmed at the magnificent studios here at Smallbrook. And wait a minute, where the hell am I?
Where are you, Wayne?
I'm just here in front behind the camera. I'm not really not there. He's not necessarily there, but there you go.
Is it me? Is it me?
Is it
hi,
you?
Luke. Hi, Luke.
Hi,
I'm Luke.
If you have to ask me, are you? I think you might need some help. And if you think I'm going to stop this filming now and not include this, you don't know me. So anyway, he is Luke. So he's being serious, not really choking. When you're ready.
Traffic light.
He is Luke, and my name's Wayne, and welcome to Watch It, a movie review show with a difference. Do you want to talk now, or do you want to just keep choking?
Oh god, my face is burning up. You seriously want me to continue?
Oh yeah, this is carrying on. This is not a blooper. This is gonna be on YouTube.
So basically, me and Wayne are gonna swap films with one another, and we need to give our honest opinion about them. Oh, I forgot my line.
Well, I think you said we asked to be about them. I don't know what language you were talking, but basically we lend each other movies and shut up, yeah? We lend each other movies and we get each other to review each film, and it doesn't matter when they were filmed, as long as we have a copy of them, which obviously will help. A good chance it could get reviewed here on Watch It. He's gone back normal now. That's good. So, what was the film that I asked you to watch, Luke?
You asked me to watch Gullivers Travels.
Now, Gulliver's Travels is obviously a very old story, and it's about a doctor who decides he doesn't want to just be, live the normal life in London or wherever it was he was from. I can't remember where it was actually. So he decides to go to sea. There's a shipwreck even, and he ends up in a land of where he's like basically a giant, and everybody else is really tiny. But all the people in the land are cartoons. So what did you think, Luke?
Yeah, it was interesting. I like Richard Harris because of playing Dumbledore in the Harry Potter series. And he's also in Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood.
Is he?
He's English Bob.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I have to watch that.
That's a good film. I thought it was alright actually. A little bit different to what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be similar to that Jack Black film where is that completely different? Sorry. But I thought it was quite creative and original with him being amongst cartoons, I guess you could say. And I thought the story was quite nice, and how he's so pleasant to all these characters, yet they're not too sure what to make of him.
Because he's obviously a giant compared to what they are.
Yeah, and I quite like the direction the story took. Without giving too much away, it kind of left itself open for, I guess you could say, like a sequel, if I'm correct in saying that. If you remember the ending.
I remember the ending, yeah.
And I would like to have known if they had done another one.
Well, I know they didn't do another one with Richard Harris, but there've been many versions of Gulliver's Travels made throughout the years. Whether it's made for TV or movies, like you said about the what's his name?
Jack Black.
Jack Black, which I've seen some of it and I thought didn't like.
Yeah, I didn't like it, to be honest.
But maybe because I'm a fan of this film, the Richard Harris version. No, but there are other movies and say TV movies that are out there where he ends up in the land in another land when he leaves Lilliput or something.
Yeah, something
and he ends up being small and everybody else is a giant. So there is Ted Danson, from the guy from Cheers.
Oh, cool.
He did a version of it, and from what I remember, he was that character went from say the small people around him, and then all of a sudden he was smaller compared to other people who were giants to him. So there certainly is more of a story to it, but that's obviously the foundation of it. So overall, what did you think of it?
Yeah, I'd probably give it maybe 7.5. I don't know if I would watch it again, but I'm glad I did watch it because I think for its time, I think it must have been one of the first films to do that for its time, to add film, live action and cartoon.
I don't know. I'm gonna guess, but I don't actually know the information. So if you know it, then please write in the comment section below, because again, we love to get our facts right.
Yeah.
And learning that. But I'm guessing it was probably around the 50s that was movie made. So it's certainly a very good time where they were able to take live action.
Yeah, yeah.
And cartoons, and it wasn't all computerized back then. Nowadays I suppose you can do it pretty easy and know what they can do, but back then it was
definitely ahead of its time.
So acting wise though,
well,
out of 10,
that's quite hard. I mean, I would straight away say 8, because Richard Harris is just a fantastic actor, and it's really just him.
Yes, for the most part, isn't it? But although obviously you do get actors playing the cartoon, you just don't see them.
The voices and stuff. Yeah, I thought some of the voices for the characters were spot on, especially like the general of the little people. I thought he played it. His voice was perfect for that kind of. I don't know, because where he's like a major, for soldiers, I thought he had the anger to him, which I thought was really good. Yeah.
So, but if you like the what's his name, Black again? I forget. Jack Black.
Jack Black, yeah.
Jack Black version. Would you say that they would probably like the original version, or was it too different?
I think they were both too different. I thought the Jack Black version, the people playing the smaller people, I thought they were overdoing it. And that's what you mostly get with Jack Black films. It's just sort of overacting, and it's just not funny.
It was more sort of trying to be comical, from what I remember.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So to play, say, if they're a fan of that, you don't think they would probably like the other one, which is more. I know it's cartoons with it, and I think there's some singing in it, from what I remember.
Oh yeah, it's quite a bit of singing actually. Yeah.
But so do you think that they would go from Jack Black? I keep saying Jack Black to the original, or even vice versa? Would they, if they like the original, would they like the newer version?
Maybe, if they're willing to give it a go, I think, and maybe have an open mind to it, because I think both are slightly, there's slight similarities. I just think Gullivers Travels is more original because the whole cartoon elements they added to it, I thought was so original and so much more creative than just adding little actors. So yeah, I think they'd probably prefer Gullivers Travels more.
There you go. But if you do get a chance to see the Ted Danson version, recommend have a look at that, because say there's all different stories in that, and there was a movie in the 50s as well, based on Gulliver's Travels, from what I remember. So there you go. So what was the film that? Here we go. That so professional. This is a film that Luke asked me to watch, The Mummy, by Tom Cruise. He whispered it. I don't care. He whispered it.
So basically, The Mummy it stars Tom Cruise, and he sort of, I think it's in Egypt. It should be Egypt. And he basically unearths a sarcophagus, and him and his team take the sarcophagus out of where it's been buried for thousands of years, and the mummy, which is inside, gets set loose in London, and all hell breaks loose.
Now, when I went to watch this, I was curious about the film, but I wasn't. And to be perfectly honest, I'm a fan of the Brendan Fraser.
Yeah,
Mummy
I like them.
Trilogy. I liked all three of them. Well, the first two were better than the third one, but I like the third one as well. Just put that out there. But what I did notice was with the original. Well, no, it's not the original Mummies, but the one with the Brendan Fraser in.
Yeah.
You knew that it was action, adventure, comedy. That comedy was certainly a big part of those movies.
Yeah.
Right, and the story in it. With this, I kind of get the impression they didn't know what they were doing, in the sense of. Sometimes it felt like they were using the same sort of graphics sort of thing with that they did in the original Mummy, which I appreciate that's probably what they're going to do. But they didn't know whether they're making more of a horror, supernatural, action adventure thing, or that with the comedy. It seemed to be a bit all mixed up. As I say, they didn't really know what they were going to do. Tom Cruise, whose name I obviously did forget for a moment, he's kind of like playing the same part I've seen him in so many movies. You know, I'm not saying that, I mean, I couldn't do anything as good as he does, obviously, but it just seems like the same character in most movies I've seen him in. They had a female mummy in this one. I guess that, you know, to be different. I mean, I didn't bother me either. I didn't care, but she was kind of interesting, you know. But so I think they were trying. They didn't have a proper idea what they were going to do. They were going, rather than saying, right, this is going to be action adventure, really good story, and go for that, and thriller and all this sort of stuff, and horror, I suppose you could class it as, because obviously there's horror in it in a sense. Or they were going to go for the Brandon Fraser version, which is obviously comedy with it as well. And it didn't seem to know where he wanted to go with it. It was a bit hit and miss. So I would say if you're a fan of the mummy genre, because obviously they've been doing these films since like the 40s, even before that. You
Boris Karloff and that.
Yeah,
the first one.
probably the most famous one, really, isn't he? I haven't seen those movies. I'll actually watch that one day. So if you're a fan of the mummy sort of genre, you might find this interesting. If you're a fan of like the Brandon Fraser films, and if you're like me, I think you'd find this a bit boring. Say again, Tom Cruise is just playing Tom Cruise, you know, in a sense. Maybe not him personally, but you know, in the same sort of character that you've seen him in dozens and dozens of movies over the whenever, you know. So so if you're in the whole genre of the mummy type movies, then check it out. You might like it. But I say it's a bit hit and miss with me. So I would say story wise, I would say maybe a 6, and acting, focusing more on Tom Cruise than anybody else in it really. The rest of them I thought were quite good in that, but because it's like you're playing the same character again and again and again. I'd only give a 7 because of that, because it's just like, oh, it's a Tom Cruise character. Okay. So there you go.
What do you think of the actress who played the mummy? Just curious.
Oh yeah, she's very good. I thought she's good.
Those positions she got herself in, she could actually do, because she's a dancer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she could do all those positions, like leg over the neck and stuff, and walking like that. She actually did all that.
Did she now?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's incredible.
Yeah, well, she was very good. There you go. Watch it just for that. There you go. Well, anyway, thank you very much for watching this show. I hope you've enjoyed it, and please, you know, if you like the show, please give it a like on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. Every like and subscription helps to get these shows out there. That's how YouTube works now, apparently. You know, so you know, so it's very much appreciated. And you may have heard us say recently, we've got a new show, Watch It Horror, coming out very soon. It could even be released now. It's possible. So check it out, because when we record this, you know, I don't know what date that's going to come out. Also, it might be released already, but so check it out on the Small Brick channel. And because we are actually in the middle of working on a movie for it as well, so that's going to be fun. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and until the show gets released next Sunday, brand new show here on Small Brick, 6 PM UK time, and it's then on there for who knows how long. So thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone.